So there are some common techniques used in solving recurrence. Obviously there won't be any general strategy to solve any general recurrence, but there will be some technique which must be known and will be very common. Like there are some of them. First technique is pattern observation and induction. You basically observe a pattern by putting value of n as 1 2 3. You generate sequence of numbers in the given sequence, and then you may observe a pattern which you can eventually prove by method of induction. The second method is using same condition many times. First and second are like around same, but slightly different. Next we will see how it works. Next we have creating a new function. This is also very new technique. We will see using problem. Next we have polynomial root method. This is specifically for homogeneous relation. What is homogeneous relation? Recurrence relation with not having any term depending on only n. It will have a term which is, it won't have any term depending only on n. Okay, and then we have, for further detail you can check lecture 1. Then we have some special miscellaneous substitution methods, let's take one example. tn is equal to twice previous term plus 1, and given t1 is equal to 1. Now in order to solve this, what we can observe is by solution first. The given sequence, if you put n value as 2 1, you have been given t1 is 1. If you put value of 2, that is 2 times previous term 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3, and 2 t3 will be 2 t2 plus 1, that is 2 times 3 plus 1, that is 7. Similarly next term will be 2 times 7 plus 1, that is 15, and so on. Okay, so if you observe here, this is nothing but 3 is nothing but 2 square minus 1, 7 is nothing but 2 cube minus 1, 15 is nothing but 2 raised to power 4 minus 1, 31 is nothing but 2 raised to power 5 minus 1. So from here we may get an intuition that t1 is 1, 2 raised to power 1 minus 1, t2 is 2 square minus 1, t3 is 2 cube minus 1, and similarly t4 is 4 to the power 4 minus 1. From this we may get an intuition that maybe, just a guess, that tn can be equal to 2 raised to power n and minus 1. But if you apply method of induction, you will eventually get that tn is equal to 2n minus 1 is a closed form for our relation. Hence this was the first solution. This recurrence relation is Tower of Hanoi relation, which is certain name Tower of Hanoi problem. You can Google for further detail. This was the first solution on how to solve this recursion. Next we have second solution. Now it was given tn is 2 times previous term plus 1 and t1 is equal to 1. Now here we will use the same condition many times. Like for example, if you take t5, which is 2 times previous term t4 plus 1, which is again t4 is nothing but 2 times t4, and t4 is nothing but 2 times t3 plus 1, which is nothing but 2 cube t3 plus 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 2 into 2 into t3 is nothing but 2 times t2 plus 1 by this relation. Similarly it will get simplified to 2 cube t2 plus 2 square plus 2 plus 1, which is now t2 we can write like this, 2 t plus 1, and rest as it is. It will get simplified to 2 to the power t1 plus 2 cube plus 2 square plus 2 plus 1. Now similarly for general n, we can write tn is equal to 2 previous term plus 1, and then this we can write 2 times tn minus 2 plus 1, and then this we can write 2 times n minus 3 plus 1, and it will eventually be getting 2 times t plus 1. By after each step power is reducing by minus 1, so eventually you will get a step in which it will have t1 plus 1 and plus 1 plus 1 and so on, which will be nothing but 2n minus 1 t1 plus 2n minus 2 until dot 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 plus 2 square plus 2 plus 1. So tn will be 2n minus 1 plus and this is nothing but general gp, so you will eventually be getting tn is 2 to the power n minus 1. In this solution we basically used the given condition many times and we got the solution. In the next solution to the same problem, Tower of Hanoi, we will define a new sequence p of n to be 2 raised to power n, and we can divide both sides with pn. So we will get tn by pn minus 2 tpn minus tn minus 1 over pn minus 1 is equal to pn. Dividing both sides of relation with pn, you will get this. Now if you put n equal to 2, you will get t2 by p2 minus t1 by p1 is 1 upon p2. if you put t is equal to 3, t3 over p3 minus t2 over p2 is equal to 1 over p3, and similarly n is equal to k, tk by pk minus tk minus 1 over pk minus 1 is equal to 1 over pk. If you add them, it will start getting cancelled, t2 by p2, t2 by p2, like this it will start getting cancelled. We will eventually be left with tk by pk minus t1 over p1 is equal to sigma pi, I is equal to 1 till k. This we obviously know because we defined it, and t1 we have been given, and pk we also know, and this we can easily find. This is sum of gp. We will eventually getting tk general formed. So in this solution we defined a new sequence which helped us in getting telescopic, and from there we got general form of tk. And the next method, the most important and also the most helpful method, somewhat generalized also. What we can do here, we will define a function f of x equal to sigma tn xn, n is equal to 1 till infinity for mod x less than half and x is not is equal to 0. First of all, why will it even help us? And you may find it non-intuitive. And why this bound on x, mod of x less than half and x is not equal to 0? Okay, let's for now forget it. Only focus on this function we have defined. This called generating function of tn fx is equal to this. Let's now focus on this bounding on x. Just focus on new defined function this. Okay, now if you put this defined function, we have been given tn is equal to this. Now how to find general form? By defining a function like this. Why is it useful? If you put n is equal to let's see here, if you see, this had been given tn is equal to 2 tn minus 1 plus 1. Now if you see, fx can be written as t0 plus t0 x plus sigma n is equal to 2 till infinity tn xn. Okay, I guess that's right. Now we have been given value of t1 is equal to 1. We will define a value of t0 to be 0, because if we define t0 is equal to 0, it will be following this recurrence relation. So now instead of starting series from t1, we'll start the series from t0, t1, t2 and so on, and all the terms will satisfy this relation. So hence we can set t0 is equal to 0. Now if since t0 is 0, simplifying a bit, and t1 is equal to 1, we will get fx is equal to x plus sigma and 2 till infinity tn. Tn we have been given here, 2 tn minus 1 plus 1 xn, and this will eventually okay, t0 0, t1 1, so x plus sigma and 2 till infinity, and the value of tn we can write from here 2 tn minus 1 plus 1 into xn, which is nothing but x plus breaking the sigma plus 2 sigma and 2 this time plus x to power n. To take x to the power n, multiply this here, we will get 2 t minus 1 xn and plus xn, which can be wrote as plus 2 sigma tn minus 1 xn plus this and this. So we have simplified fx like this. Fx is equal to x minus 2x, we can take one x common, and sigma and 2 till infinity tn minus 1 x n minus 1. I hope you got it. You basically take one x common, so here will be x n minus 1 and one x will be taken common here, and plus, if you notice here, this is nothing but sum of infinite gp. We can notice here it is sum of infinite gp. If it is infinite gp, if we set common ratio modulus of common ratio magnitude less than 1, so we know how to solve it. This will be the approach to solve this. So what we can do is we can set mod x less than half, and from here we can find its value as x square over 1 minus x. Okay, so what we will do, basically define this function for mod x less than half, so we can write value of this as this. Very good. Now fx can be written as x plus 2x times this full thing. Notice this is nothing but fx minus t0. Why fx? Fx was defined to be this, which is nothing but t0 plus t1 x1 dot 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 dot, which is the same thing as this. It can be wrote as fx minus t0, and as it is plus x square over 1 minus x. If you simplify a bit, from here you get fx is equal to x over 2x minus 1 and some. Upon doing partial fractions, you will get this to be 1 upon 1 minus 2x minus 1 upon 1 minus x. Okay, now again if you see, fx was this, can be wrote as this. Why? Common ratio is less than 1, so we can define this to be this. This is sum of infinite series, can be wrote like this, sigma 2x to the power n is equal to 1 to infinity, because we already defined bound on x such that this will satisfy their sum. Okay. Okay, fine. So we can write this like this, sum of infinite series, and similarly this can be wrote as sum of infinite series, which is nothing but sigma take common, so 2xn minus x to the power n, which is sigma n 1 0 till infinity to the power n minus 1 xn. Now if you see, fx is equal to, we got this. Now fx was defined to be sigma n 0 till infinity t n xn, sigma to the power n minus 1 xn. Now if you see, LHS and RHS are both identical because they are exactly same, implying since they both are identical, means they both are exactly same, implying their each term has to be same, that is tn xn is equal to this term tn xn must be equal to 2n minus 1 times xn, cut xn, you will eventually be getting tn is 2 to the power n minus 1. Next solution we have by substitution. You can substitute n with n minus 1 and you will get tn minus 1 is equal to 2tn minus 2 plus 1, and tn minus 1 minus tn must be 2tn minus 1 and some stuff, so it will eventually be getting tn is 3 tn minus 1 minus 2n minus 2. Now you can observe it is a homogeneous because you don't have any term depending only on variable n. To solve homogeneous, there is a very general strategy which we will see in upcoming lectures. Okay, so this was the last method, method 5. Let's see one more famous relation, that is Fibonacci series. What it does, basically fn is equal to previous term plus one more previous term, f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. Okay, and we have been given t0 is 0, t1 is equal to 1. Now obviously we will define a generating function sigma. Wait a minute. Okay, yes, fine. We will define a generating function a of x to be sigma. For this relation we will define n is equal to 0 to infinity fn xn, generating function. So you can multiply both sides with xn, you will get f of n xn is equal to f of n minus 1 xn plus f of n minus 2 xn. Take sigma both sides, you will get equal, so you will eventually getting sigma n. First of all you will take sigma. Now why to take n is equal to 2 till infinity, why not 1? Because if you take 2 you will get last term as the smallest term here is f0, and that will help us in solving it. Let's see how will it help. We will set limit from n is equal to 2 till infinity, you will get fn xn is equal to this and this. Now notice LHS, that is this, can be wrote as ax minus f0 minus f1x, which is nothing but this can be wrote as x times ax minus f0 plus this can be wrote as x square into ax. Take x square common, you will get x n minus 1, which is nothing but ax. From here you can get value of ax as x by 1 minus x square, and then now you can convert this into partial fractions. You got ax is equal to 1 by root 5 this. Converting this into partial fractions, you will get 1 upon root 5 1 minus 1 plus root 5 upon 2x minus 1 upon root 5 upon 1 minus 1 minus root 5 by 2x, which is equal to 1 upon root 5 times 1 plus root 5 by 2n xn minus this. This can be wrote as sigma this by infinite series. Okay, infinite series sum can be wrote like this, a upon 1 minus r. This can be wrote like this, and similarly you can take sigma common. You will get x power n over root 5 sigma 1 plus root 5 by 2n minus 1 minus root 5 by 2 whole power n. But since ax and this are exactly same, means they both are identical, implying f of n x to the power n. First of all, why they are identical? Because they are exactly same, we defined them as same. Okay, so their each term will be equal to LHS, each term must be equal to RHS each term, that is x to the power n. This must be equal to fn x to the power n. Cut x to the power n from both sides, you will eventually get a value of fn. Now one problem you can do by yourself by same method. F of n is equal to f of n minus 1 plus 2 f of n minus